Hey there everyone, it's me, Old Movie Master, and I have some movies to show you guys. I went to Dollar Tree and Walmart. So, if you go to your nearest Dollar Tree, you might find a lot of movies for just $1, even Blu-rays. It's amazing. As technology keeps getting better and better, a lot of these physical formats are slowly becoming obsolete for the common consumer. I made a video last week talking about this. The average person prefers watching movies on Netflix, Hulu, and stuff like that, and there's nothing wrong with that. I use Netflix, but I do still think that DVD, Blu-ray, what's the other one, 4K Blu-ray, all those formats are just as important as streaming. Because with DVD and Blu-ray, if you don't have the internet, or if for whatever reason Netflix or Hulu or any of these services decide to remove the movie from their catalog, if you have the physical copy, you can watch it whenever you want. No one can come to your house and say, hey, we lost the rights to this movie, so give us your copy back. It doesn't work that way. So I'm a big believer that physical media is important. So if Dollar Tree, Walmart, or any of these places are selling it for cheap, I'm going to be there. Thrift stores, garage sales, I'm going to be there picking up those movies, while the common person just watches it on their streaming service paying monthly subscriptions. So I got a couple of movies here. Some of them, actually most of them, I've never heard of, but they look trashy. And every now and then I enjoy watching trashy movies. That's a little secret of mine. I like watching bad movies. And by bad movies I mean movies that are so bad that you can laugh at how bad they are. It makes me feel good inside. And even if they're bad, I actually applaud at these movies. I went to film school, and just making a little 5-minute movie takes a lot of work. So when I watch these bad movies, when the movie's over, I sit down and look at the credits, and I applaud. Inside I applaud because I can only imagine how much work they put into the movie, even if it's bad. So, with that said, here are some of the movies I picked up for only $1. So if you have a Dollar Tree near you, go and check. You might find some good movies. Never heard of this movie. This looks like one of those femme fatale kind of movies. Blame comes in a nice slipcover. This is released through Sony Entertainment. Sony and Samuel Goldwyn Films. Never heard of this movie. If anybody knows about this movie, let me know. I don't know, this movie's probably trash. It looks like one of these like Lifetime kind of movies. But again, $1 and a slipcover, why not? This one I remember seeing at Walmart, and it was like $14 or something like that. And the cover called my attention, but I was like, yeah, this movie is probably going to be really, really bad, and I'm not going to pay $15 for it. But it was $1 at Dollar Tree, and here it is. Aura. See Aura. Release the evil. Gripping, says the Daily Star. A truly original, terrifying horror film based on Infinity magazine. The cover looks, the back cover looks pretty cool too. This is released through a company called Digital 4 Media. This is the company that releases the Robert movies. So I can only imagine this is probably either a British movie or a very, very badly shot movie. Maybe shot on an iPhone, who knows. But some of these movies are good to play in the background where you're doing something else and just laugh at. So I'm not going to read the whole back, it's really, really long. You know a movie is going to be really, really bad if they are overcompensating with the cover. Like if the cover looks like, I'm pretty sure, I'm positive that this does not happen in the movie. You know, if you've seen the movie, let me know, but I don't think this probably happens. I don't think it does. So, $1. The Jade Pendant. I like westerns, so even if a western's terrible, I'll usually watch it, only because I used to watch a lot of westerns with my old man, and it just brings me back nostalgia of the 90s, you know, waking up on a Sunday after finishing watching a couple of cartoons, I would sit down with my dad and watch Clint Eastwood movies, Charles Bronson, John Wayne. So whenever I see these direct-to-video westerns, even if they're bad, I'll still watch them. And most of them have the same plots. So, but this is called the Jade Pendant. It has, let's see, some of these actors, I have no clue who they are. I know this is the guy that was in the movie Memento and also Batman Begins. Christopher Nolan tends to cast him in movies. I believe he was also in a movie called Unknown. If you haven't seen it, check it out. But yeah, this is released through Cinedigm. Cinedigm is also one of these independent companies. They're known for releasing the movies The Asylum. They have an association with The Asylum, which, if you're familiar with The Asylum, they release a lot of movies that are mockbusters, like Transmorphers, 666 The Child, The Da Vinci Treasure, stuff like that. But this one, yeah, it's a Western. I got this horror movie called Family Possessions for $1. They've inherited much more than a house. Again, I'm pretty sure this does not happen in the movie, and neither does that. I don't even have to watch the movie to guess that. Also, the funny thing, it's released by the same company that released this movie. So more than likely it's a British movie. I can already guess that it probably is. Nothing wrong with that, but I already know it's like a low-budget British movie. Digital 4 Media. So whenever you see that, it's more than likely is the case. You've seen Guardians of the Galaxies, and get ready to see Guardians. I've seen this at Walmart several times, but I wasn't going to pay $10 for it. And this one was $1 at Dollar Tree. And I wonder who released this. Shout Factory released this. Shout Factory released this. It's interesting. It says, during the Cold War, the secret organization, Patriot, created an elite squad of superheroes to defend the Soviet Union from threats far beyond the capabilities of mortal men. For years, these heroes hid in the shadows. But now, 4 must emerge to defend their homeland from a menace unlike any other they have faced before. The diabolical, power-hungry scientist, Kurotov. Oh, this looks terrible. $1. So, why not? Another Western that I picked up, starring no one I have ever heard of, The Showdown. This looks really, really low budget. This looks... I think this is the same company that released a movie called... I don't remember the name right now, but there's a Western that stars David Carradine, and David Carradine looked drunk during the whole movie. And it looks like it was shot probably in a weekend. Really, really low budget, but it's pretty funny to laugh at. It has that same kind of look, but hey, it's $1. I'm pretty sure I'll have a good time with it. It says here, in the tradition of High Noon and Dances with Wolves comes another soon-to-be classic. Yeah, sure, definitely, definitely. It looks terrible, but I'm pretty sure I'll have fun with it. Another Western, The West and the Ruthless, an instant indie Western classic, $1. Again, released by Digital 4 Media. This is probably a British movie or a movie shot on an iPhone, one of the two. It says, produced in association with the studio who brought you 310 to Yuma, Tombstone, and The Magnificent Seven, where they were filmed. Okay, but not the people who did it. Packs more grit than a prize fighter. Okay. $1. Okay. Rendell. Dark Vengeance. No clue whatsoever. This is released through Shout. So maybe it's not that bad. If anyone has seen this, let me know. I picked this one up because it has Ken Jeong and David Hasselhoff, and it's called Killing Hasselhoff. This is released through Universal. Who knows, maybe this is actually funny. If anyone has seen it, let me know in the comment section down below. And the last two are Blu-rays. I picked up Army of Frankensteins. This one actually looks pretty cool. This is released through Scream Factory. But this one actually doesn't look half bad. The North, the South, the Undead. This kind of reminds me of Abraham Lincoln versus... not versus zombies, because that's the Asylum version. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Has kind of that look. So if anyone's seen this, let me know if it's good. $1 on Blu-ray. And the last one is a movie with Bill Goldberg and William Forsythe. It's called Checkpoint. Looks like a low-budget action movie. This one is released through Vision Films. Never heard of that company, so I can't tell you if this is going to be good or bad based on predictions from other studios. But hey, $1. So those are the things that I got from Dollar Tree. I mean, I did get other stuff, but they're not movies. Like, I have another bag here with stuff from Dollar Tree. If you want to see it, I'll show it to you guys. I got some Assured mouthwash. I got 2 of these. I picked these up at Dollar Tree versus getting them at other places because I'm not going to pay $7 for Listerine or Scope, where I can just get for $1 these, and they work just as fine. The next couple of things I got are from Walmart, and if you also want to see the other things that I got from Walmart that are not movies, I got a Safeguard soap, some Colgate for $1.67, some rubbing alcohol just to clean surfaces and stuff like that, because they were out of antibacterial soap. Everyone's, panicking with the coronavirus thing. And it's just common sense. Wash your hands. Don't, bring dirty hands to your face. So, yeah. For the movies, I ended up using 2 gift cards that I got from my job. I'm lucky enough that at my job, during Christmas season, they give us gift cards, and I'll use those to buy movies. So I had 2 gift cards, and I use it for these movies. I wanted to didn't pick them up yet. I wanted to pick up the Joker movie and Dr. Sleep and Gemini Man, but I'm going to wait until those go down in price, and then I'll eventually get them. Because right now, I think it's like $25 or $22 for the Blu-ray of Joker, and the same thing goes with Dr. Sleep. I'll wait. Eventually, around this time next year, there'll probably be $10 or even less. I have here The Haunting of Borley Manor. Got this for $5. And this one is released through, it says Greenway Entertainment. Never heard of this company, but hey, pretty sure it's going to be good fun. And this one I got because I did see this one. A friend had let me borrow it, and I ended up liking the movie a lot. I was surprised by how good it was. And that movie's Fighting with My Family. If you haven't seen this movie, check it out. It's actually a really, really fun movie. It has a good message about striving and going for your dreams. And sure, some of it's predictable, but it's actually based on a true story. It's based on the story of the wrestler Paige. And Vince Vaughn is in the movie. I did a review for it for the second channel for Dumbed Down. I'll leave that review in the comment section down below. It was actually a pretty good movie. I enjoyed it quite a bit. It was also really funny, too. I got this one, also very cheap, Jack Hunter. This looks like an Indiana Jones ripoff, and I'm pretty sure it's terrible. This is released through Echo Bridge, so I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's bad. But again, I used a gift card, so it's not like I paid, an arm and a leg for these movies. The Snow White and the Huntsman double feature. At one point I had the first one and I got rid of it. I don't know why I did that. So both of these were for a low price. I got this one with Mina Savari. That's the only reason I got this movie, because it has Mina Savari and Kevin Pollak. Apparition. Not The Apparition. The Apparition is a movie from 2012, which is also pretty bad. It was just called Apparition. At the bottom it says inspired by true events. So it's a bunch of lies. Inspired. Quote unquote inspired. Mina Savari, whatever happened to her career? Oh right, she's in movies like Apparition. So, next 2 are Westerns with Bruce Dern and Mira Sorvino, another actress who hadn't heard from her in years. Badland. Has a nice slipcover. This one's also released through Cinedigm. This one looks like it's not as low budget as that Showdown Western. It looks like it has also Jeff Fahey. It says, armed with high-intensity performance, delivers a gripping look at justice in the American Old West. I'm pretty sure it's, derivative Western movies. Again, I like watching Westerns, even if they're not that great. Another Western. This one I got because it has Ron Perlman and Frank Grillo. And that's Hell on the Border. Also has a nice slipcover. Released through Grindstone. Grindstone, you know, it's kind of like the new... Many won't agree with me, but it's like the modern canon. They get a lot of lesser, or not lesser known action heroes, but action stars who just don't want to do movies anymore, and they release them straight to video, like specifically Bruce Willis. But Frank Grillo appears in some of these movies, so does Van Damme and some of the actors, and sure, they're predictable and very derivative, but it's kind of a throwback to like the 90s action movies. You know, you can still watch them, you know. This action-packed Western tells an incredible story of Bass Reeves, the first black U.S. Marshal in the Wild West. Having escaped from slavery after the Civil War, Reeves arrives in Arkansas seeking with the law. To prove himself, he must hunt down a deadly outlaw, Frank Grillo, with the help of a grizzled journeyman, Ron Perlman. As he chases the criminal deeper into the Cherokee Nation, Reeve must dodge bullets and serve discrimination in hopes of earning his star, and ends up cementing his place as a cowboy legend. Pretty sure it's fine. I also got this one with Guy Pearce, Disturbing the Peace. I like Guy Pearce. There's a movie that he did years ago. It's, well, obviously Memento, classic. But there's a movie that he did that I like, which is a sci-fi movie. It's not very good. It's called Lockdown. I believe it's produced by Luc Besson. But I remember enjoying how, you know, cheesy it was. But this looks like a modern style kind of Western movie about bringing justice, kind of like Walking Tall. And the last one, many people might question why did I buy this movie. Believe it or not, I like Kevin Sorbo. I like his movies, even if they're not good, even if I don't agree with his message most of the time. I liked him as Hercules. I still think the definitive Hercules is Kevin Sorbo. I grew up in the 90s, so I used to watch the show all the time, and I own it on DVD. So I got this one, The Reliant, and I've heard that this movie is not very good, that it's kind of the matter's a little over the top and controversial, but I'll check it out. I own most of his movies, so even if they're not great, I'm pretty sure I'll enjoy them. So that's all I got. I probably won't pick up anything for a while because I have more than enough to watch. But I hope you guys enjoyed this DVD and Blu-ray update. I wasn't planning on buying anything, but I was like, hey, I have gift cards and Dollar Tree had movies out, so yeah. So definitely check your nearest Dollar Tree because they have movies. They have a lot of stuff, and it's for $1. So you really can't beat that. And some of them are actually newer movies, and they have slipcovers and they have Blu-rays, so hey. Anyway, guys, until next time, take care.